So the next thing we focus about is Medicare, childcare subsidy, tax file number, MyGov account, and I started our application for all of these government forms within the first 2 weeks of our arrival. I have created separate videos about this kasi medyo madugo yung details. Oo. But just to give you an idea, Medicare timeline from application to actually receiving our Medicare card, it took us 3 months. And then for the childcare subsidy, it took us 2 months. I have a friend who took a bit longer to get the childcare subsidy approval. I guess it depends on where you are living. We are based in Queensland and Brisbane. I think she's based in Sydney. But yun nga, it'll depend where you are, I guess, the number of application they are processing. But it always helped to ring the toll number that they have. And then ang tip ng friend ko is to ring early in the morning na hindi pa sila masyadong busy. But ako naman, personally, I haven't really been lucky. I tried to ring the toll-free number, but I couldn't really get hold of a staff member. So it was a lot easier for me to just go to a Centrelink office, book for an appointment, and then go from there. My husband, when he does try to call them, he gets hold of someone. So I guess yun nga, it just depends of how lucky you are. Oh, and then in my other videos, I haven't really had a chance to cover the healthcare insurance or lifetime health cover loading. So just know that in Australia, when you apply for Medicare, you can have an option to get a lifetime health cover letter. What's the relevance of that? Only because in Australia, they are encouraging people to get health insurance. And then medyo mahigpit sila dito na in a sense na if you have not taken out and maintained private patient hospital cover from the year you turn 31 and you decide to take it later in life, you will pay a 2% LHC loading on top of your premium for every year you are aged over 30. So, ano ibig sabihin lang nun is, kunyari, nakatira ka sa Australia, after you turn 31, kapag wala ka pang health insurance, mas mataas yung premium na nababayaran mo. Translation. In Australia, they are encouraging people to take up health insurance. So if you still don't have health insurance, after you turn age 31, then you'll pay extra for the premium. And then obviously, there's an exception if you just arrived in Australia. Di paano naman tayo? Di ba kararating lang natin? So that's why, pag nag-apply ka sa Medicare, you have the option to apply for a lifetime health cover letter, and I'll just tell you, the letter will indicate that you've just arrived. Therefore, if you take up a health insurance in Australia, hindi pa mag-apply yung 2% na additional on your premium. And then it's your preference whether to take healthcare insurance or not. As a New Zealand citizen, we qualify for Medicare. However, upon contemplation, upon considering other factors, we decided to still take healthcare insurance. Now, we are reviewing how much cover we actually need, but let me ponder more on that later this year. Kasi you can get different covers like silver, bronze, gold, ganyan. But anyway, for us, I think we'll have to look at our finances exactly, how much we are spending for health, and then how much we are needing to pay for example, for a Medicare levy, and then maybe dwell more on that information and then tidy it up come next year. So I know that this is a lot. If this is the first time you're hearing about Medicare, childcare subsidy, tax file number, your MyGov account, I know that this is a lot. But like I said, I have covered these topics individually. But if anything, these are just keywords, diba? Now you can research more and look further later on. And by the way, special thank you. I have to mention this actually. Special thank you so much to Anne. Anne has bought me a coffee. I think this was just last night. Thank you so much for the sweet comment, and thank you so much for the donation, ganyan. Thank you so much. It really means so much. And thank you for all those who are supporting my channel. It takes a while to put all of this information together and prepare for live videos and to prepare for short videos. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, for sharing my videos, and for those who even send me messages na hindi nagsiskip ng ads. I really, really appreciate that. And if you want to support the channel, you can also buy me a coffee by clicking that link, buymeacoffee.com/binibiningver. Maraming salamat po. Alright, let's briefly talk about rental property and utilities, which I have already discussed before. I just want to add on, let me just grab my notes here. About the rental property, so just to share, we ended up finding a rental property in Brisbane, and then it cost $565 per week, but we were actually paying a little bit more, like in centavos, only because we were paying via debit card. So parang instead of 565, it's actually like 566. And then to secure the property, we required the lease, the agent required the lease to be signed, and then the first 2 weeks of rent to be paid within 24 hours. So we had to pay $1,130. And then there's also a bond, which is $2,260. There you have an option to pay the bond electronically or complete a form and do it in the tenancy office. All right. Topics I haven't covered yet, all about insurance, home and content, car, life, mortgage and income protection. If you want a dedicated video for these topics, then please let me know. Right off the bat, I have to say, when I was doing my research, life insurance, the premium is cheaper in New Zealand than Australia, so it's more expensive here in Australia. And then in terms of mortgage and income protection, you can actually include that as part of your super. Mind you, the life insurance, you can also include it in super, but you have to read the fine lines, because for some superannuation which offers life insurance, they only offer it up to the age of 70 years old. So just have a look at that. For mortgage and income protection, if it's part of the super, then yes, it's cheaper in Australia. But for life insurance, it's cheaper in New Zealand. And then for home and content insurance, car insurance, I feel like they're relatively similar, New Zealand and Australia. All right. Furniture and appliances, syempre pa, once you have your new rental accommodation, or if you already purchased your home, di ang saya ng mag-shopping. Here in Australia, they have IKEA, they also have Costco talaga, nabagit ko pa yung Costco. They also have Kmart, Target, Big W. Wala silang warehouse. They don't have warehouse here, but they have similar brands, same brands like Harvey Norman, Bunnings. So familiar brands from New Zealand to Australia. And then they also have JB Hi-Fi. But if you are after cheap appliances, I recommend going to Good Guys, because they always have a sale, and I feel like it's cheaper to get your appliances in Good Guys. And they also have Office Works here. So for example, for office supplies, your printers, this one, it's from Office Works. I feel like the price is more reasonable compared to JB Hi-Fi. But it depends. If you feel like shopping at JB Hi-Fi, edi go, diba? Go sa go lang.